What's up, guys? I want to share with you a voicemail that I just got today and use this as a great teaching moment to help you profit more on your deals and avoid undercutting yourself. Okay. And we'll talk more about why that's so important here in a minute. But I'm just going to play a snippet of this voicemail. I'm not going to, so you're not going to be able to hear any names of clients or anything like that. But listen to this voicemail and then I'll give you the background and the lesson behind it. So let's tune in right here. Hopefully you can hear it okay.
Right? And we talked about either doing like 30% and you take care of everything, or 20% and I have to pay costs, or get my own lawyer. Nobody here has any time for that kind of stuff in this small town to do anything in Baton Rouge, which is about 2 hours from us. So if you want to go ahead and do the stuff and whatever, I'll talk with my wife, see what she needs to sign or whatever, and we can get started on it at the 30%, and we'll see what we can get out of it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Here's the background. I spoke with this gentleman about earlier this month, so almost 2 weeks ago. We sent him paperwork. We quoted a 70-30 split. It's approximately, we believe, around $40,000 overage. Okay. And bottom line is he balked at that arrangement, the 70-30. He said, oh, that's too much, blah, blah, blah. I've got a real estate attorney here. And I was like, oh, that's great. What do you think? What does she say that is a going rate for something like this down there? Is what I asked him. And he said, well, she thinks around 10% would be fair. And I was like, this is what I told him. I said, if your attorney can do it for 10%, then use your attorney and you should go file yourself. And if anything changes, let me know. And that was the end of our conversation. So what are the takeaways? What are the lessons? Number one, be willing to walk away. Okay. Do not chase somebody. I mean, you want to follow up with people, but you don't want to bend to their every whim or desire. Okay. You have to remain firm and be willing to lose a deal and walk away. Okay. It's super important that you're willing to do that. And here's the bottom line too, guys. Don't be afraid to walk away. And this is so difficult in the beginning. It's so difficult when you're just getting started. But when you get some experience in this and you see the opportunities that are currently out there, you don't mind walking away because you know that tomorrow there's going to be another deal. There's going to be another auction tomorrow. There's going to be another overage generated tomorrow. And if you lose one today, it does not matter because tomorrow there's going to be another one. And with experience, you will gain that knowledge. But if you can learn to walk away in the beginning, you will be so much better off than where I was many years ago. Okay. Number two, don't be so quick to undercut yourself, because here's the thing. We're talking about a $40,000 overage, right? So if I had just agreed to a 10% contingency right off the bat, just to get the deal, yes, maybe I would get, well, 4K would be my gross profit. After attorney fees, I'd be lucky to net 2. Okay. So here's the thing. By remaining firm and being willing to walk away, I've now been able to secure a gross profit of $12,000 versus 4. Now, here's why that's important, because a lot of you are going to stop right there and think, well, Nick, you're being greedy. You're being outrageous. How can you do that? You're taking advantage. Here's the thing, guys. In business, it is imperative and extremely important that you maintain a high profit margin. Here is the reason why. In business, you want to be able to outlast people. You want to be able to overcome, the peaks and the valleys that you're going to have, because you will have them. And so you are doing yourself and your future clients a disservice if you are undercutting yourself and trying to do it as cheap as possible. Why? Because when you're in business, you've got to pay your taxes, you've got to pay your expenses, you've got to pay your, attorney's fees, which would be expenses. You've got to pay yourself, you got to pay your family, right? That's why you're in business, is so that you can pay yourself. And then you need money left over to reinvest into your business. Okay. If you are conducting a business where after you pay your taxes, after you pay your expenses, after you pay yourself, you have zero left over to reinvest in the business, you are killing yourself slowly. You are killing your business slowly. Because if you do not have the resources to reinvest in your business, eventually you will run out completely. You will not be able to grow. You will not be able to reinvest into your skills. You will not be able to reinvest into technology. You will not be able to reinvest into a team to help you grow. And if you can't grow, you can't serve more people. And if you can't serve more people, your business dies. Okay? Does that make sense? You need to have high profit margins so that you can reinvest and continue to grow and outlast your competition. That is the only reason. Like, guys, I am not a very business savvy person. Okay. I do not consider myself an expert business person. However, I will say that I'm fairly good at budgeting and being able to outlast my competition, because there are people that have come and gone in this business. Okay. There are very few people that have been in this game for more than 5 years, I would say. Okay. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons is people will undercut themselves in their own business. They'll try to do it as cheap as possible. And then they can't invest in their skills. They can't invest in their team. They can't become better for their future clients. And they have to go start a new business. They have to go do something else. Okay. So it's extremely important that you have high profit margins for the reasons that I've already listed. Because if you don't, your business will die and you will have to go find something else to do. Okay. Now, for most of you, that what I just said doesn't apply, right? Because you're doing this part-time, you've got a good job probably already. This is just supplementing your income. And if that's the case, great. But still, even if you're doing this part-time, if you're not running high profit margins, you're still going to end up doing everything in your business because you don't have the resources to invest in either a team or technology to help outsource all of the tasks. And you will remain a one-man show and you'll be wearing all the hats and you'll be doing all of the work yourself. Okay. And I don't know about you, but I got into business to not only just make money, but also to get back some of my time. That was one of the biggest pain points for me working at the prison. Not only did I get paid crap, but I did not have any control of my time. I had to ask permission from a supervisor a year in advance if I could go on a vacation. And I did not enjoy that. Okay. Did not like that. I did not like not being in control of my income and my time, those two resources. And that's why I got into business. And I don't know why you're getting into business, but maybe that's the same reason. Okay. So I hope this video helps you a little bit. Again, be willing to walk away. Okay. Don't undercut yourself. Charge what you're worth. Like a third is not outrageous. You are doing 100% of the work for a minority cut of the funds. That's not outrageous and it's not unreasonable. Now, being deceptive, that's another story. You don't want to be deceptive. Okay. You don't want to say, hey, I'll give you $5,000 and then try to and not tell them what exactly they're selling, right? But I've talked about that in other videos. But be willing to walk away. Don't undercut yourself is the bottom line, okay? For the reasons that have been explained here. Because at the end of the day, you want to be able to help people, right? And you want to be compensated accordingly. But if you try to do it for as little as possible, you are now limiting your ability to help future clients. Okay? Very important. Very important. So that's all I've got for you today. I hope that was helpful for you. And you saw the result, right? Now, does this happen every time? Do they always call back? No, they don't. But many of them will. And you saw there the reasons listed. Like, he spoke with his attorney. They don't want to do it for whatever reason. They told him 10%, but they're not willing to do it themselves, right? Which is kind of funny. And he's decided that he's going to move forward. Okay. And that's cool. Some people will not call you back. They'll attempt to do it themselves. And then they find out, oh, this was a lot more work than I anticipated. And then they come back to you. And then you charge them more because it's like, hey, now we have to fix all your mistakes and your screw ups. You don't have to charge them more, but you could if you wanted to. So remember that, guys. Like, remember that walking away may actually be the thing that secures the deal for you. Okay. All right. That's all I've got for you. Appreciate you guys. Post your questions down below. If you want to learn my process from A to Z of how I do overage deals, check out overagesyndicate.com. Talk to you later.